Welcome to the Hindu editorial analysis on 5th January 2022. I am going to discuss two editorials titled Inadequate Response and Transition in Peril. The first editorial, titled Inadequate Response, fronts over the expert committee report on the economically weaker section, that is EWS, placed before the Supreme Court. The apex court was hearing a batch of petitions filed in court challenging the July 29 notification of the central government on ensuring 27% quota to OBCs and 10% reservation to newly created EWS in All India quota category for medical admissions through National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test, that is NEET. The existing system of allowing 10% reservation to EWS category for admissions to medical colleges has been continuing since 2019. The 103rd Constitutional Amendment of 2019, introducing such 10% reservation for EWS, is challenged in the top court. The government formed an expert committee comprising Ajay Bhushan Pandey, former Finance Secretary, Professor V.K. Malhotra, Member Secretary ICSSR, and Sanjeev Sanyal, Principal Economic Advisor to the government, in response to the top court's continuous grilling of the central government since October 2021. The expert committee was formed in November 2021. The expert committee tabled its report on December 31, 2021. It is this committee report which the central government has tabled before the top court. The committee backs the central government's decision to keep rupees 8 lakhs of gross total income as the criteria for determination of EWS criteria. The committee says it was not mechanically that the criteria was arrived at, and it is more reasonable. It is more stringent than the OBC creamy layer categorization. This is because the OBC creamy layer category has to show the gross total income excluding the income from salary and agriculture. The OBC creamy layer category also has to show the income for 3 previous years to fall in the reservation category. The EWS category lacks such benefits. The overall annual gross income, including agricultural income, is taken into consideration. Moreover, the EWS category has to show the previous year income to fall into its criteria. The government is pleading in the top court that the current year admissions based on 2019 criteria for EWS category should not be disturbed. However, the top court pointed out that the OBC creamy layer are socially and educationally backward, hence they deserve the reservation. The government has not answered this question. There are concerns raised that based on 2011 to 12 NSSO report, key indication of household consumer expenditure, it is apprehended that a bulk of the population will be eligible for reservations under EWS category. More clarity needs to be provided by the government for the top court to appreciate these facts. This is a sensitive issue having political implications, and the government must come out with more studies on the subject rather than battling for certain rights which are based on mere fictions. The second editorial, titled Transition in Peril, is in the wake of Sudan's civilian Prime Minister Abdullah Hamdok's resignation and its following by the mass civil war and protests. Mr. Hamdok has been the military's choice as the Prime Minister of Sudan for its transition into democracy. The civil war and protests started in October 2021 when Mr. Hamdok was removed forcibly by a court coup by military led by the General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan. Mr. Hamdok was later reinstated in November 2021 following protests and demand for democracy. There is a sovereignty council in Sudan which operates the power sharing between the civilian government and the military. In 2018, the military disbanded long-time dictator Omar al-Bashir and wrested power in their hands. A sovereignty council was formed to rule Sudan under the partnership of civilian government and the military. In October 2021, the sovereignty council was disbanded and Hamdok was ousted. In November 2021, Hamdok was again reinstated without the sovereignty council. The people protested the move, alleging Hamdok had become a traitor. The resignation of Hamdok has thrown Sudan into a chaotic situation. There seems to be no immediate solution to the problem. The economic condition of Sudan has plunged into deep abyss. Inflation is soaring at 400%. The UN says Sudan needs a humanitarian assistance. The military must take the people of Sudan into confidence by restoring democratic government at the earliest. Thank you.